Guys, the chicken is here. We are back today with another home gym video. In today's video, I want to talk about why I would not purchase a squat stand. So this seems to be, well, it seems to be the thing I get the most views on, is talking about squat racks, half racks, full racks. Maybe the keyword is just racks that I'm overlooking. But anyways, I got a lot of comments on it, which means like I get 3 or 4 people asking me about it over the course of several months. So I felt like it was worth making a video on it. So why I wouldn't get a squat stand. The biggest thing I would never get a squat stand for a home gym is simply, you know, we say it all the time in the home gym community, but if you're new, versatility is the biggest thing in terms of any home gym equipment. So the more stuff you can do with it, the better, you know, the better value for your dollar you're gonna get, because you can do more exercises out of it. Now, tie this into, you know, if you're considering a squat stand, you're either A, wanting to get a budget option, or B, you don't have a lot of ceiling space, which I don't either. As you can see, I'm like right under the floor, just I could actually touch my head to that light. But with the right option, you know, I'm able to do dips, I can do pin pulls, I can do stuff that, you know, you would never be able to do in a squat stand. So that's the main reason I wouldn't get it, is because you don't have a lot of options in terms of accessories, add-ons, other things you can do with it. It's pretty basic, like it's pretty limited. When you're getting a squat stand, you're essentially just getting something you can squat and bench out of, which, you know, for some people may be great, maybe all that you need. But, you know, look at it as like a long-term thing. Once you're working at home for a long time, and you get really into this home gym stuff, you're probably going to upgrade at some point anyways, right? So the saying that Coop loves to say is buy once, cry once, which is good. You know, it makes sense. Get something that you're going to use for a longer period of time, obviously. Now, if you're looking at a squat stand strictly for, in terms of ceiling space or space restriction, which is, it's a fine choice for. Say if you don't have the, you know, the floor space either. I still think that either a half rack or a small cage rack is the better option. Now, if you simply don't have the, you know, because look at the one that I have, for example, where it's built out to be a half rack from a squat stand. It takes up, it's the same footprint. You know, it's, the extra posts are simply just attached onto the back of it. It didn't extend the length of it at all, and it gives me the ability to do a bunch of different things with it. You know, I have band pegs, which you could never do on a squat stand. I have plate storage, which is great. So when you look at it in terms of this way, it actually saves you more space. It's more efficient, even though, you know, it is, it's a rack versus a squat stand. So you would think just right off the bat that it's going to take up more space, but it actually ends up saving space because you can do more with it. So that's the biggest reason. Now, the other reason is it's tough. Now, if you are set on a squat stand, make sure that you get one that is mounted together. The cheapest thing you can do to squat at home with a barbell is to get, you know, you can get those separate standing post squat stands, and they're about, I don't know, they're like $100. But since they're not connected, you literally can't do anything with them. Like, you can't attach spotter arms. So I mean, like, you shouldn't even really be lifting heavy in those things unless you're like, you know, an Olympic weightlifter and have spotters and know what you're doing and that kind of thing. But in terms for the casual home gym lifter, they're really quite useless because, yeah, you can squat and bench out of it, but you're pretty limited in terms of the weight you can use. A lot of them aren't really that, you know, built well. You know, when you're looking at cheap stuff like that. So if you are going to get a squat stand, make sure that it connects at the base. Because at least then that, you know, gives you some stability and allows you to put spotter arms on it. You know, so at least you're safe. So I'm going to try to bang out some dips here, just to show you guys that it is possible. Because some of you guys asked me about this, if you can do dips in the SML1 or the HR2 conversion. And I'm feeling pretty good, so hopefully you can do it without blowing out a rotator cuff or something like that. A little bit of sway, but I mean, if that's the worst of it, that's not, you know, that's not a big deal. Those felt great. For whatever reason, I can't do dips a lot. I find if I do them frequently, it just rips like the middle of my chest, like the sternum. I looked that up, and like apparently that's an issue for some people. I don't know if that's true, or I'm just too fat to be doing them, and you know, I'm a little bit too heavy, a little bit too weak. Probably more so a mixture of that than bone structure. But yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about today, was all that squat stance. So I hope that helps you guys out. If it did, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are posting home gym stuff all the time. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. I do appreciate it. And we'll see you next one, guys. Chicken out.